Hello, everybody. Loren here, Lauren, Ren, whichever one you call me. Um, in honor of 4th of July today, I wanted to share a little bit of my feelings about it and touch on gifts of freedom. And first of all, I wanted to say that the past me would be sort of angry on a day like today, and I would think about the indigenous peoples and the genocide that happened for this day of independence. And since then, I have come into a place of solutions instead of focusing on the problem. And I consider myself a solutionary. I have found a company, a lifestyle, and a vehicle for all solutions for all the things that are important in this life. And I wanted to share because I know that when we focus on the problem, we're vibrating at a lower frequency, and therefore we cannot achieve the solution that we're actually going after. When we focus on the solution, we can actually reach that solution and be the change that we want to be in the world and see the change, the lasting change we want to see in the world. And on that note, there is this quote that I came upon today, which is just perfect for what I'm going to gift you with, a message from Miss Kimberly here. So I want to use this to bridge the conversation. It says, when humanity learns to hold genuine, sincere, devoted care as a love of all our relationships, as a heart of all our relationships, work, creativity, and healing, we will begin to taste the divine sunrise of freedom. Freedom. So happy Freedom Day. And I'm here. Kimberly, would you please share about what that quote means to you and offerings of freedom and the life that we get to live?
Well, hello everyone. Kimberly Sanders here, and what a gem to be able to witness this Miss Wren, become just this blossoming, abundant bliss in front of my eyes every single day. And to me, in itself, that's where my freedom lies, is when people step into their greatness. And so that's what this work is all about. We get to call in people that get to be activated by really partaking in the strongest, most pure essence of the food that this planet has to offer. The soil from this planet, when it isn't sprayed with man-made poisons and chemicals and glyphosate, and then we get to actually eat food that has been grown in regenerative farming practices to have all the minerals and watered with volcanic ash spring water, grown till peak ripeness. People like Miss Wren removing glyphosate from the body. That's one of the reasons why she came in to this amazing community. We call it Purium, which is a made-up word David Sandoval always talks about. It's called pure and premium. That makes Purium. And so for myself, I've been a part of this community for over 8 years now, and meeting the owners has been such a gift, really like collaborating with them wholeheartedly. I was introduced to this community through my homeopathic doctor and his Ayurvedic wife. I've been plant-based since I was 9 years old, and I really wanted to really up-level my protein back in the day. And he was like, you need to have some of the super amino 23. And so the more we take back our sovereignty with eating and taking care of these bodies and removing the toxins and, saying no to the different bioweapons that are being injected into people and removing the heavy metals of all the chemtrails being sprayed and removing the toxins from the soil and the food from our bodies, we get to have more freedom. And when we are pure and premium, like the food itself, and we've removed the parasites, that's another way to have true freedom, is we don't have parasites within our bodies eating foods, and actually removing the freedom from ourselves by like craving sugars and craving different foods that are literally taking our sovereignty right out of our hands. So that in itself, like, I mean, whoever's listening to this, like some people might think we're crazy, but when you really have your freedom in the knowing of what you're going to place within your mouth, that is the first step to freedom. And when we don't have that ability, when we have soothing methods that are like controlling us, when we don't have the ability to be at choice of what we're putting in our mouth or how we're serving our bodies, like that is a level of not having freedom in our lives. And so I call myself a sovereignty alchemist, because once you alchemize yourself and you have true sovereignty and you know exactly why you're picking your poisons and why you know you're doing exactly what you're doing, the level of freedom, the level of self-care and self-love and zero self-judgment on yourself, that's a whole next level of freedom. We live in America. There's nothing really free about living here other than, you know, we're not at full war like other countries, obviously, like where, you know, we don't have 1 ounce of freedom, but thankfully, you know, if you're white, you get to be more free than most situations. So it's an amazing situation just to be able to bring people into this place. And we want to bring everybody in, because you don't just have to be a certain color to have freedom. You know, you can have freedom in your own right. And we want to bring that to you. We get to have ability to have money coming in. We have the ability to bring people into health and wellness, and then live by example so that then they too can help their communities. And so the best part about Purium too is that there's no judgment on any level. Like, it's your choice to take true care of yourself. We have systems that people can plug into. Lauren actually has $100 off your first order. And you start to think, like, where are you spending your money? That's another piece. Once you get this place of having things in your life, like where you know where you're spending your money, if you're not just like spending your money here and there or on all these other addictive type things, then you have money to spend and you get to decide that you're going to spend money on something really good for yourself. And I'm going to throw it back to you, because I remember you saying that you've really saved quite a bit of money to be able to do this. You're not like going to random places. And so can you talk about that type of situation too?
Yes, actually, because I had been living home free for 2 years, so no job. I was just that's when I started realizing that life is abundant and that the earth provides. And I was okay with not having the money at that time. Now I have bigger things to do and the financial freedom and the finances to do those things to make a positive impact on the world. I am calling that in now, but before I didn't need it. So when I just got back home to take care of my mom, I was making minimal amount of money. I started working for IHSS taking care of her. So I had a little bit of money and I invested all of that into Purium, into the superfood. I didn't need anything else. And since then, and that was when I got my first ultimate lifestyle transformation. It's been 6 months. Since then, I have extra money, more money, and now I'm getting extra. It all goes to extra superfoods, really, because my health and on all levels is the most important thing. Right before I found this, I was even saying, I'm like, I need to up level physically, mentally, spiritually, on all levels. That's my goal. So I found Purium, invested in it, and now I have more than just the core 4 ingredients or the products from the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. I have all the different juices. I have mushroom things. I have, all kinds of sorts of different superfoods, and I just can't get enough of them. And that's my priority. And I have like a growing and growing collection, and I'm just nourishing myself with the most nourishing food. Yet I have extra money and I barely going to the grocery store just for like the fruits and stuff that I eat. And so somehow I'm finding that I have more money, I have more superfood, and that means that I'm have more money coming in. I'm taking I helped my grandparents who are 82 and 80 years old. They're now they're thriving and growing, and they've been doing their superfood protocol for just 2 months. And my sister-in-law, who just had a baby, she is nourishing herself with this wonderful nutrition, and I have some people that I'm helping, and that has supported me in nourishing myself further with all this superfood. Just by me taking care and nourishing myself and sharing it with others, my food is now all paid for. And yeah, I just don't go to the grocery store very often. I just get very minimal stuff because I'm so nourished with this superfood, and it's so inexpensive for how good I feel. I don't crave food all day long. Like, I'm not eating empty calories without nutrition. So I'm satiated and I just don't need as much food. And this all just happened. It wasn't part of my plan. It all just happened naturally. So yeah, definitely have more money and spend and not the grocery store nearly as much, and have more superfood to eat as well. So it's just more abundance, really, always around.
That's amazing. And you're living an example of this lifestyle, and you're calling in other people to the community. And so, once people start to feel good, I would say 99.9% of the people on this planet, that if they truly feel good, then they want others to feel good as well. And so that is the most exciting part about this work, is that once you really have a full cellular activation, then the next step is to share with people that you love, like you have with your grandparents. And that story is amazing. And then, and there's just so many people out there that we know would love this. So if you're listening to this replay, then we absolutely shared it with you with full integrity and full purpose, in the knowing that we have a knowing that this would be something that you would love to enter in as well. And then thinking about who are the people in your life that would just be so excited to feel better, look better, and perform at their best, and to bring in financial abundance. At this time, I don't think there's anyone in the world that wouldn't mind bringing in some financial abundance and really be able to build something that is truly leaving a legacy. There's so many people out there that are just like living from paycheck to paycheck. And we have the opportunity to be able to just take that breath. And I did hair for 28 years. Since I was 16 years old, I worked nonstop in a salon from like 10-hour days for 28 years. And unless I was trading hours for dollars, then there's no other way that I would have been making any type of financial abundance coming into my life. And so my body had to work really hard. I didn't get to go outside. I got to be inside with all my precious clients, loving them up, having the best day ever. But it's taken a toll on my body more than anything I could explain. And so for the past 2-3 years now, I am fully retired from doing hair, and I get to really cultivate a lifestyle of taking care of myself, being an example of that, and being able to help people with this ultimate lifestyle transformation to bring in this nutrition and help the team and help everybody. And so there's really nothing better to be able to do that, to be able to have a type of work that actually pays you to get healthy and to help other people to do the same. And so that in itself is just amazing, on top of not just working with any old network marketing company. This is a company of conscious commerce. We have regenerative farming practices. We have home compostable packaging. For the past 2 years, we've worked diligently to remove the plastic. We're about 98% plastic free. There's only one product that we're still working with the people that work that we have the product coming in that, and at some point I know that Dave is going to do everything he can to help that one last product be in the plastic free packaging. This is bamboo and hemp and tree resin, and actually we did a soil test, and it makes the soil even more healthy by burying that bag in your backyard or wherever. And so that in itself, not only do we have some of the cleanest product on the market, live dehydrated, grown till peak ripeness, wind dehydrated, sorry, and then just being able to put water onto this food and instantaneously it's back to where it was and has all the enzymes in there, on top of being able to remove the glyphosate, remove the parasites, really be able to have brain function, cognitive function. And we're watching people take back their health left and right over and over. And so if this is resonating with you, any of these things, please get back to the friend that shared this with you, and get back to Lauren, get back to me. And we'd love to support you in the next steps in taking your health to the next level.
Thank you. And I do want to add one thing in regards to the soil and the regenerative practices. Another sense of freedom here for me would be freedom from so prior to like the Declaration of Independence and declaring the freedom, before that, indigenous people were living here for thousands and thousands of years, being stewards to the land, having freedom to be a part of nature, which is our natural innate nature in all of us. That was the freedom that we had, freedom to grow our own food, freedom to be in relations to the animals and the water, and freedom to have clean water and all those types of things. And then following the colonization, we slowly had those freedoms taken away. People say we're free, but we go into the grocery store and we're slaves to the poisons. We're slaves to the addiction. We're slaves to the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, and all of it. And like, it's all poison and it's all a part of the same thing. They're all united against us at the sake of our health for their money profit. And so I really feel that freedom is being able to do our innate service, like doing what's in our innate nature as human beings, which is to be stewards to the land, which is to free the land from the exploitation and the things that we are doing to her, and the destruction, the poisons, the toxins, all those things. So this is a solution, and I find it freedom, the undoing of what's been done is bringing our freedom back, and it's bringing the life back to the soil, regenerating the earth, creating ecosystems, bringing more biodiversity, bringing more animals, more species, more magic, the oasis like paradise that she once was and she still is. And when we support this regenerative farming practice and get this food, we're literally breaking free from that toxic system, the whole system, from the medical industry. We're breaking free from dis-ease. We're nourishing our bodies and thriving and getting our vitality back and our spirit back, and breaking free from that, just the whole system, and bringing freedom to the food, and which is really, that's another really key part I wanted to say. So if that aligns with anybody, regenerating our earth soils, tending to the animals and the water and just earth, and bringing the new earth in, and breaking free from that industry, the people that are trying to poison us, like this is like huge freedom from that. It's a solution. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Amazing.
I welcome everybody to come be stewards of this earth and call in and bring in the new earth.
Yes, please. I love
Yes,
you.
please. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.